For me, a collection in Upland is something that's going to basically stay in my inventory forever. I'm not letting them go unless they sell for a very nice markup. The reason is simple. The value is, well, there. I'm looking to maximize my returns. You hear me say it all the time. Come along with me in this one so you can see how you can accomplish it on your collections too. Hey there, John Henry here, ssftg, welcome to the video. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome my friend. I hope to earn your like and subscription today. A little bit of a side note here, I was able to grab the llama necklace, or the llama chain. Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to need to do a custom block explorer. This is awesome. Looking at some of the other ones, looking at some of the others, if you go into Get Upix under Specials, there's only 72 left and I've got an hour until the boombox, so I don't think I'm getting that one, but I was able to get the chain, which is awesome. That's the one that I really wanted. Collections offer incredible multipliers or boosts to our earnings. These are the base boosts off of our earnings, and if you're not sure, at the time of recording this, the base earnings on properties is 14.7%, which is paid out in Upix every 3 hours. So you take your overall yearly, divide it by every 3 hours, that's how much you're getting. But if we expand on this a little bit further and look at collections, you'll notice right here, first off, this requires 3 properties to complete this collection. When you complete the collection, you'll get 2,600 Upix, and you get 1.75x boost. What does that mean? Basically, you're taking your earnings and you're multiplying it by 1.75. So your earnings are 14.7% times 1.75x in a completion of that. Those 3 properties are going to be earning roughly 25.72% APY instead. Monster boosts to your APY. Don't be fooled though, because not all properties are created equal. Different properties will be different sizes and they will offer different rewards. It's not just based on what you paid for them, it's based off the minting price as to how much they're going to earn. So, in terms of maximizing, that's where we've got to do a bit of digging. This is a really good example of what I mean. I've got a couple properties here on Stockholm Street. This one I purchased on the secondary market. These other ones further up the row, these ones I minted. Okay, so the difference is, first off, the ones that I minted up here, you'll see that they are a property size of 25 and they earn 88 standalone. Now, if we go over here, I purchased this one on the secondary market. It's 14,444. If you remember the other price, I only had that one listed at 7,000. And this one only earns 73.92. It's not about how much you paid for it. It's about how much the mint cost is. So basically what that means is if a collection has a boost of like 2x and the base rate is 14.7, times that by 2 and you're earning 29.4%, give or take some math. And for that, I'm not going to buy any properties that have a markup more than 130%. They're only going to earn 30% over the course of a year, so why would I pay more than that if it's something that I don't see has any other perceived value other than a collection? The reason why I clarified that would be things like Manhattan. Those have 4,000% markups, but that has another value attached to it. So what I want to do is I want to find properties as far as markups are concerned as low as possible to mint price, because then I'm going to be making that much more. And generally I want to buy it for less than 1 year worth of APY. So if a 2x property is making, we'll just say 30% a year, I don't want to pay more than 30% over the markup because that's all I'm going to make in a year anyway. Granted, I do hold my collections for basically ever. I still want to make sure that at least after like a year or 6 months or so, I'm going to get my money back, you know. It gets even better when somebody's selling things for USD under mint, then you can really bag some deals. I went through some of my collections and I realized that I didn't have a Bronx collection at all. I didn't save my properties, I didn't complete the collection, I did nothing with Bronx at all. So I'd like to go back and see if I can pick up a couple of those Bronx properties to not only complete the collection, but add them to my holding tank and hang on to them for a little while. The site I'm using here is upixland.me, and I've gone into the property search, and I've gone and set it to Bronx because that's the one I'm looking for. But instead of searching by sale price, I want to search by markup, and I want to search only properties that are for sale. Both Upix and USD, that's fine, and we'll do a search and see what's available. Now, based on this, I can see right at the top here, this is a 96% markup, which means that it's 4% lower than what they minted it for. It's 114,660 on the minting price, but they're selling it for 110 USD. So they're taking about a $4.60 loss, less 5%, so another $5 on top of that. It's under mint, but the rest of them are over by a little bit. If we look at the Bronx Boost, though, it's 1.25. So as long as I'm not paying over a 25% markup, it's a reliable purchase. And something like this is an example. I don't necessarily want to spend $110, but this one is a really nice one from 103% markup, $11.99. The mint cost was $11,640. There's not really much of a difference in between there, and after a year, definitely I will have made my money back, and actually within probably a little over 2 months, we will have made our money back on that one. So it works, it fits, and that's a good investment if I were looking to add that to my collection. Now, in this case, that one actually works out pretty well, but I want to see some other places just so I can show you an example of what it'll look like if you can pick one up on a good discount. Now, Detroit was the last city release, and let's say as an example that you don't have any in Detroit and you're looking to fill your collection. If you do a search on Detroit, because that was the last collection piece, you'll find some as low as 60% on the markup. Now, they're selling way below mint. If you can find collection pieces, even if you're just trying to fill in your base collection, talk about an incredible value for your money. It's a really good way to not only stack your overall chips, but your earnings. It'll really, really boost your earnings a lot. For me, when it comes to collections, I keep a hit list of collections that I'm trying to get. So like I was just talking about, Bronx is definitely one of them. But there are a few others that I wouldn't mind getting a hold of either, so you can search through those and hunt for them. And if you're able to find a property that fits the bill, then you jump on over and pick it up. And if there are no properties that fit the bill or that you're really willing to purchase, or you're really a stickler and you want to buy them at or below mint to get the best bang for your buck, then we just keep searching every once in a while, see if a new one pops up, and if it does, we can add it into our portfolio. Now, if you are able to pick up enough to finish the collection, depending on the collection, some of these will take some time to complete based on the latest updates from Upland. So understand that when you're going in and completing these, there will be a little bit of a cooldown time and a holding time. I did a whole video that goes over all of those updates. Make sure to go back and watch that so you know what you're getting into when you're looking at these collections. If you didn't get enough for the collections, I usually just leave a tab open and every once in a while hit search and see if there's one that pops up on the list. If there is, I'll go off and I'll buy it, add it to my list until I've got my full collection. Once I've got the collection, add it to the holding tank, move on to the next one. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. I hope this video helps you in kind of understanding how I create my collections and how I try to derive maximized gains from them at all possible times, or at least whenever I can. And if I do have to overpay a little bit, I'm still going to make sure that I'm going to get paid back at least within a year, if not sooner. If you have any questions, comments, street views from New Queens video, or New Queens properties rather, drop them in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys. I always love seeing those new street views too. It's been kind of quiet in the Queens launch. I haven't seen very many street views. Maybe Queens is just kind of boring. Anyway, that's going to do it. Have a great one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next. Bye.